Welcome in, party people. Go ahead and refresh. Advice for heartburn. When I used to have heartburn, I would take apple cider vinegar inside of some water, and that would help. Somebody else may have another recipe. Ginger calms the stomach. There's also mint. But yeah, apple cider vinegar would help me with heartburn, and you might need to do an intestinal cleanse, but nonetheless, welcome in everybody. Welcome. Refresh and take a look at the thumbnail and put up the number 1 if you have seen this video already of this woman circulating, because I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. So go ahead. I'm gonna wait for your poll. Share this video. We're gonna be talking about self-love because this is an extreme self-love lesson today. And this woman, if you are not embarrassed already, you will be embarrassed after watching this. It is such a sad video. Ronisa, you're telling on yourself. That means you're not a part of the text notification squad if this is your first time making it here before the start. Saying, quick question. Are you getting your text notifications now? Because I remember you were saying that you weren't getting them. So I need you to give me an update because, yeah, let me know because I see you were here 6 o'clock in the morning and here we're back again and you're right on time. Throw your 10s up, part of the text notification squad. Get those 10s in the air. Welcome in, Miss Toya, Mary Ann, Yolanda, Angela, Audio Bliss, Shelly, Sharice, and Tabi Singh. Oh my goodness. So you're getting your text now? Listen, contact me behind the scenes and you know why, okay? You know why. Green Vegan, welcome. Joanna is in the house. Do you have your grandbaby today? This is my channel. Are you a part of the text notification squad? Really? This is my channel. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. 5 more minutes on the clock. Ophelia in the house. Wasn't that the name of Oprah Winfrey's baby in The Color Purple, the baby she gave away? And she said she named her Ophelia because her eyes look old. Was that her name? Am I tripping? Well, welcome in, Ophelia. You're welcome. Oh, okay. All right, Darica, welcome. Yes, go ahead and hit the like button now so that you don't forget as we start getting into the video. So you want to go ahead and get those thumbs up, tag a person, share it. Oh, it was Olivia. Oh, okay. I was off with that, but that makes sense. Olivia. Oh, okay. All right, I got that. Rashita, go to www.tonyatko.com and click on the contact button to be able to send me a message anytime you please. This is my song. This lets us know that this is coming down to the final countdown. Hey, boom, boom, into my room. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, boom, boom, into my room. I'm gonna have to come up with some more lyrics. A, boom, boom, into my room. When you come, we'll do a zoom. Boom, boom, into my room. Be getting the video ready. I'm over here singing and grooving. Where's my video? Where's my vidi? My vidi. Where's my video? Vidi. Boom boom into me room. Hey, or boom boom. Boom boom and say boom boom into me room. A boom boom. A boom boom say boom boom into my room. Boom, 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 I said boom, boom, into my room. Boom, 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 into my room. 48 seconds on the clock, y'all. Boom, boom, into my room. Boom, boom, into my room. Boom, 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 into my room. Hey. A boom boom, a boom boom, boom boom into my room. Boom boom, boom boom. Hey. Boom boom into my room. All right, y'all. 9 seconds. All right, welcome in, everybody. Welcome. All right, so listen, we are here. Look, you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to actually just play a little clip of the video. Here we go.
Hi, guys. I'm so sad right now because I just came to a realization. These past few days have been so hard for me.
All right. So as you see, she's crying already. All of this stuff is going on, right? Listen, let's get this party started. Let's get up on these other platforms. We're live on LinkedIn, live on Facebook, and live on Twitter. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. I am your host, Tonya TKO, and I am a self-love specialist from TonyaTKO.com. I hope you learn how to love yourselves and one another. On this channel, we use viral video topics as teachable moments for what self-love looks like or doesn't look like in your life. Mainly, we use the teaching style of moving away from. So we show examples of what it is that you want to see and make a different choice in your life. Today, we're going to be showing the video of a young lady who is in tears, because she is saying she's no longer a feminist. She's begging
I'll
for...
wash your clothes, I'll cook for you, I'll have your children, and I'll be obedient.
Listen, we're going to do the full reaction to this video. She's basically stating she's not a feminist no more. She just wants somebody to marry her. She just wants someone to marry her. Anyone. Doesn't even matter. You'll hear the video. You'll hear it in full. I am a certified clinical hypnotherapist. I am a life coach with a specialty in relationship coaching. So we're going to talk. I even got the board. I got the board ready because we're going to pull the board out. And I'm going to, listen, I've spoken with a few different men about their thoughts about hearing this. I've showed this video to my young niece, and even she thought something was off about this video. I'm going to play it for you all, and I want you all to tell me what are the arbitals that you pick up on, especially if there are men inside of the comments. I want to see viscerally, how does it make you feel to hear her saying these things? And I want you to be honest, because, you know, a lot of, we're having problems on Facebook. We're having problems on Facebook. This is why it's important for you to be a part of the text notification squad. Let me go to Facebook. It seems like we're having some issues on Facebook. Oh, okay. So Facebook finally connected. Because, you know, I stay in trouble over there. I stay in trouble, but it's all right. Because I do what I do for the peoples. People, there's a method to the madness. I'm an advocate for the voiceless. And I received the touching email today. I'm actually going to start a segment with people's love letters, because what it is that we're doing here is very important. And for the people who don't get it, that's fine. You're not meant to get it. Those who are meant to get it, get it. Without further ado, Text Notification Squad is in the house. Thank you. They sponsor the video. So thank you to all of the people from the Text Notification Squad who show up and show out each video. Thank you so much. The Text Notification Squad is a group of people, 700 people who get a text message 15 minutes before I go live. And they show up and they get the link directly to wherever it is that I'm broadcasting. There's some problem that's happening on Facebook where it wouldn't let me on, and now it's toggling trying to connect. So there's some issue with my Facebook page where I've probably broken some sort of rule, or they're having some sort of issue. Listen, I mean, you know, I stay in trouble on Facebook, so it is what it is, but I'm not seeing that there's any errors over here. But and also Facebook has started to allow scammers to start claiming our videos. So it's a mess behind the scenes with vloggers, but make sure that you support your favorite content creators. We're also going to be doing cash apps, as you see on the screen. So we're going to be doing that during the video. And without further ado, let's jump into this. Help me. I'm in love with you. And you got a hidden name, child. That ain't the way to do it. You sound almost like this girl we about to watch. That ain't the way to do it, baby.
Hi guys, I'm so sad right now because I just came to a realization. These past few days have been so hard for me. Because, you know how men say that women have toxic feminism, and you'll get to a certain age and no one will want to marry you and no one will love you. I feel like I've gotten to that point, guys. I was so hung on to this feminism thing, and I missed out on marriage and on children. And now I'm at a point in my life where I'm so bitter. I'm so jealous of people who have marriages because they are so happy and their husbands don't even cheat on them. And men are just the best. Right now is when I'm realizing I can't do without them. And right now I'm I don't care if you are rich or poor, tall, dark, handsome, ugly. I don't care, by the way. As long as you're a man and you're breathing, that's the only qualification I need because I'm just so desperate
Did she
for a
say breathing?
husband. Like
Did
there's a
she
lot
say
of
as long
pressure.
as you're a man and you're breathing or bringing?
That's
Hold
the
on.
only qualification I need.
Hold on.
All dark, handsome, ugly, me, I don't care, by the way. As long as you're a man and you're breathing, like, that's the only qualification I need because I'm just so desperate for a husband. Like, there's a lot of pressure around me, so if you can DM me and propose, I swear I'll behave and I'll marry you immediately. I'll wash your clothes, I'll cook for you, I'll have your children, and I'll be obedient and a submissive wife because that is what you guys want. I'm no longer a feminist, guys. I'm sorry.
I need to know that this is a joke. That's what I need to know.
Hi, guys.
We're going to break this down piece by piece because there's a lot to say about this. And then we're going to go into the lessons. I want to talk about what it is that she's actually communicating. And then we're going to go into the lessons. But before we do that, because I'm waiting for the joke. I'm waiting for the laugh. I'm waiting for the smile. But I don't know if she's joking. I don't know if she's joking. Right? So let me play a video that is taking her very seriously. They're taking her seriously. So I'm going to take her seriously as well. There's this channel for Black women, right? Or I guess, I don't know, any type of woman, right? I don't know who it's for, right? So let's grab this video. Here we go. So there's a page on the internet. Somebody originally sent me this video, and then I was able to find the other one because when I showed this video to my niece started laughing and was like, where's the tears? And then I found another video where we could zoom in and actually see that there are real tears coming out of her eyes. But let's play this because she's talking about it in this video here.
And I'll marry you immediately. I'll wash your clothes, I'll cook for you, I'll have your children, and I'll be obedient and a submissive wife because that is what you guys want. I'm no longer a feminist.
I just want to get to the okay. Here.
It's destroyed lives.
All right, sorry. I got so tired of hearing. I just fast forwarded, and then we missed the opening of what this lesson channel. All right, let's hear.
Wife because that is what you guys want. I'm no longer a feminist, guys. I'm sorry.
Feminism is destroyed lives. I'm talking men, women, and kids. We've seen this all over America. It's spreading all over the place, and little by little, you see it popping up in some women in the East. Shout out to our brother Yuko. He's in Africa. He sent me this video, and he said, please take a look at how bad things are getting here in Africa. I think we're already noticing this, but modern day Western women, they are wrecking the whole globe. They're trying to spread their vitriol and their rhetoric to just about anybody they can get to. They have already poisoned the older women. Now they're trying to poison the young women. And at the same time, they're getting the kids too. And not just over here in the West, but they're trying to disrupt other nations. And this is why the people in the East, they're going to have to fight hard against this if they do not want to end up like us over here.
All right, we're going to pause it right there because whether this original woman is playing or not, right? And they want me to play the dust music here. Let's get it. But the thing already stopped here. Yeah, I'll play a little bit more so you can hear.
Before I give my commentary on this video, make sure that you're subscribed to...
All right, she's going into her little spiel, but listen, this is your dry sound, isn't it? Tell me what you think of the new lipstick I'm trying. Of course, this will be in the TKO vegan makeup pack, which is coming this Christmas, the Total Knockout pack. So make sure that you are on the mailing list to get that. So what do you think of the new lips that I'm trying? I feel that the makeup is really beautiful. I love everything about my look. It's so light and free and shimmery. And I feel good and I look good. I have not felt and looked this good ever. I feel really amazing. So I can't wait to bring that to you all this Christmas. So look for that. Make sure you're on my mailing list because I'm getting the components together. The makeup brushes should be here today. And so we're going to be going forward with that. But nonetheless, back to the video that we're talking about here. Oh my God. Whether or not she's serious or not, there are vloggers who are taking her seriously. There are men who are taking her seriously. And thus, this has started a real conversation where this woman who has this channel where she's giving these quote unquote lessons, she's talking about how feminism has ruined lives in the West and these modern day women. And she's regurgitating, these talking points from these red pill channels, etc. And when I first thought about the whole scheme of it, right? I mean, look, I respect Sis's hustle because she's telling these men bullshit that they want to hear. Unrealistic shit that is not going to bring happiness, true happiness and fulfillment to a woman. But she's blowing smoke up their ass and jockeying them so that they can fall in line on her channel, not, pump her up full of the steam that she needs inside of her, right? But the sad part is that men don't open up their wallets for those types of channels unless you got two dingleberries swinging down low. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got them swinging low, they don't open up their wallet for those types of channels. The people who open up their wallets for channels like that are women who are trying to figure out what's happening and how do they get men, right? But they want quality men. I hope they want quality men, right? So they go searching and seeking out advice on what it is that they're doing wrong, but they don't realize that we are in a culture with a disparity and it is lopsided, where men have an understanding that women value marriage. And in the Black community, Black men are holding marriage hostage from women. And more men are being infected by the red pill and by incel and the manosphere, etc. And they're coming with some very toxic ideas and some very toxic ideals. And it is then altering the minds of men, where men are like, oh, well, I'm the prize here in the Black community. And now I asked you all for a term, but the only thing I can think of is Hunger Games Black Love Edition, where the women are standing up there shooting bows and arrows, clobbering each other and attempting to electrocute each other, all for a man with melanin, right? And so what we have here is we have this channel that men are going to flock to, but the types of men that are going to flock there are going to have you choking. Like I got my vacuum not far from the broadcast, because at times we have to pull it out because too much dust congests the broadcast. Sometimes it pulls us off air. The dust gets so heavy, right? The type of men that hang around there are the ones that have the stains in their boxers, the ones who don't have life insurance, the ones who want you to go out there busting up your nails in the trenches, beating and breaking up rocks. Remember the chain gang that they used to show back in the days? That's how you're going to be in the trenches, busting up rocks with your fingernails split apart. And then they're going to be like, well, where's your 50-50? What do you bring to the table? They're going to be like, why are your ends split and your nails ragged? Why your feet dry? And you be like, because I'm out there in the field. And then you're going to have to be like them women in the 1950s who had to run. Oh, I got to go put on my pond scream and my Noxemas. And I gotta go. And then you got to lay down with your hair looking right. And then you lay down. And then when you notice that he's asleep, you gotta jump up and go run and put on your pons and your hair. And then before he wakes up, you gotta set your alarm, before he gets up so that he never sees you with your creams on. And then you gotta jump up out the bed. But before you go to the chain gang and you gotta go and you're running to put shea butter upon your foot and take off your bonnet and then go back, lay down on the bed so that he never has to be all of that for a man with a financial roommate situation with you. Anyway. Let's review this video and then we're going to jump into the lessons. Go tag somebody in the video and share the video on your Facebook page or your YouTube channel, and let's dive into it, because I'm going to pull the board out and there's a lot of lessons that we need to gather today. So let's make sure. Why is Robert laughing? What is funny about this? Stilettos in the apron, exactly. So that people can come tell lies and stories about how happy you were in the 50s. Meanwhile, the men of the 50s had families up the road. You couldn't leave because you were financially dependent on them. Come on. Come on, grandma was unhappy. You saw your grandmothers. How many of our grandmothers were living in the lap of love and luxury? They were miserable, impregnated at 13 with a grown man who had 3 or 4 different families around the way, who was drinking himself, who she had to go down to the job and get his paycheck for him. Otherwise, he was going to go spend it. He was in love with Peggy. Then she's at the grave, crying over, and step right up. Hurry, hurry, before the show begins, my friend. You all know the song. We did it. I'm coming out with a Christmas album this year, so don't worry. I got all your songs. That's a joke. But if you do want the Christmas album, I'll make one for you with all the songs we went over this year. We need, you know what? We do need to do that. All the songs that we've done in the year, because I'm sure next year there'll be new songs, new lessons. But let's jump to this thing, yasa. Let's jump to this. Not this video. We want to jump to the other video with the woman. Piece by piece. This is what we're going to do. Piece by piece. One by one. We are going to chop them down. Piece by piece.
Hi guys. Like, I'm so sad right now because I just came to...
I just want you to see. I did this particular video so that you could see that she is in fact crying. There's water coming out of her eyes. So...
like a realization these past few days have been so hard for me. Because, like, you know how men say that women have toxic feminism? And, like...
So, first things first, toxic feminism. Listen. Where is she going where she's listening to this? Let's take a look at what feminism is. Let's take a look real quick at what feminism is. The definition. Oops, that's my definition of exercise. Let's find Tonya. All right. Feminism is the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of equality of the sexes, when in actuality, feminism is the equal human rights. And feminist is a person who supports feminism, right? According to Merriam-Webster, it says equal, right? All right. So what feminism is just basically advocacy for women to have equal human rights. So when a person starts talking about toxic femininity, that is a what do you call that? It's a retort, kind of like a call and repeat, because the term toxic masculinity came out, because there is a sector of masculinity which is toxic. The masculine is active, the feminine is rested. When we start getting into what the toxic end of femininity looks like, that is inactivity. It could be gossiping. It could be lethargy, not making a decision, those types of things. But it's not picking up arms. You know, there's certain things we can't say on YouTube anymore. Expressing the pellets from those arms into people and making them meet their maker. It's not, the toxic end of femininity is not a violent end. It is an end that does not serve the person. Toxic masculinity bleeds out onto other people. And in response to being called to task for looking at the R-word culture that we're living in across the world, like I can guarantee that wherever it is that this young lady is, and she is young, so I don't know who has convinced her that she's old. Wherever it is that she is, I can guarantee you that women don't have equal rights there. But the issue that they're trying to make it seem is that the issue is wanting for women to have equal rights. Not the fact that women don't have equal rights. This is why when I make these videos about excising, about cutting out the cancerous parts of our culture and doing away with them, this is what I'm talking about. Because in many different parts of Africa, we still have young ladies who are getting their breasts ironed and scarred, having the sensitive part in the middle of their yoni cut out and their whole area sewn up. I want you to Google FGM when you get off of here and take off the parental filter or the safe filter and look at what the area looks like after it's gone through FGM. It looks like a Barbie doll. Some of it is mutilated and it looks horrible, but it's the erasure of that which makes a woman woman, or part of what makes a woman woman. That precious yoni. And she refers to her uterus later on in the video, and I want you all to take a listen to how she's just offering herself up for sale to the lowest bidder. It's stunning.
You'll get to a certain age and
Google it. Breast ironing is when they take a hot rock. When girls are about 12 and they're starting to bud because they don't want men to look at them, they take a hot rock. They put the rock on some fire and take it and place it on the girl, scarring her because they don't want her to develop too early. Instead of taking that rock and busting it up against someone's balls who has done wrong, they're going to instead try to stop a budding body. All over the world, women are victimized. All over the world, women are being harmed. And we got platforms like this F-boy of a platform, YouTube, which stops us from being able to speak earnestly and honestly about the issues which matter most to us. It's unbelievable. I'm going to rewind just a tiny bit because we trampled over her words, but I want you to hear what she's saying.
an age and like no one will want to marry you and no one will love you. Like,
How old do you think this young lady is? 29? 30? She looks very young. You know the black doesn't crack. And when you're dark skinned with the melanin, you look even younger. So she's still young. She's still talking about having babies, but yet she's let someone in her culture convince her that she's too old. We're going to talk about that in the list that I have on the board. Don't worry.
I feel like I've gotten to that point, guys. Like, I was so hung on to this feminism thing and I missed out on marriage and on children.
All right. So she's talking about missing out on marriage and children. She got hung up on this feminism thing. My question to you, young lady, is, were you doing the right thing? Were you advocating for the voice, to be the voice of the voiceless? Were you advocating for equal human rights for women? What did feminism, what did the invocation of feminism in your realm look like? Were you doing the right thing for the greater good of humanity? And if the, I don't want to get into the list right now, but one of the questions is, what type of man would you want to be with, the type of man who does not want equal human rights for women? That's all feminism is. All of us should be feminists. All of us should be feminists because we should all want. It's like having a white friend, and one of the conditions of your friendship is that you give up that civil rights bullshit. You want human rights, nigga? We can't be friends. Then you'd be like, well, that wasn't going to be a healthy friendship to begin with. All right, come, let's go.
And now, like, I'm at a point in my life where, like, I'm so bitter. I'm so jealous of people who have marriages because they're so happy and their husbands don't even cheat on them.
Listen, let me tell you something, honey. First of all, she's saying that she's bitter, right? And she's jealous of people who have marriages and their husbands don't even cheat on them. Let me tell you something, honey. The type of man that you're attracting with this type of stance is precisely the type of man who is going to cheat on you. Precisely. I mean, fidelity is not even something that you care about when you give your call to action for what it is that you're looking for in a man. So let's continue going forward. Let's continue.
And like, men are just the best. Like right now is when I'm realizing like I can't do without them. And right now I'm like, I don't care like if you are rich or poor, tall, dark, handsome, ugly. I don't care, by the way. As long as you're a man and you're breathing.
That's her qualification. As long as you're a man and you're breathing. She doesn't care about anything else. I'll play that part for you again.
Dark, handsome, ugly. I don't care. And right now I'm like, I don't care like if you are rich or poor, tall, dark, handsome, ugly. I don't care, by the way. As long as you're a man and you're breathing, like, that's the only qualification I need, because I'm just so desperate for a husband. Like, there's a lot of pressure around me, so if you can DM me and propose, I swear I'll behave and I'll...
So in case you can't understand what she's saying, she's like, I'll behave, right? I'll behave. She's saying that she's desperate.
marry you immediately. I'll wash your clothes, I'll cook for you, I'll have your children, and I'll...
So she's saying, I'll wash your clothes, I'll cook for you, I'll have your children, right? So she's offering up her womb. She's offering up her domestic duties, right? We're going to talk about that when we get to the list, right? Let's continue.
be obedient and not
And she's saying she's also going to be obedient.
submissive wife because that is what you guys want.
And she said, I'll be your submissive wife because that's what you guys want. So she's talking about submitting and all of this other stuff. I need somebody to let me know if they know who she is and whether or not this is a joke, because I would love to talk with her and see what her intention was for this. Just in case it's real, we're still going to go through the board. In case there's somebody else out there who's feeling like this and it is real for them, we're going to go through that.
I'm no longer a feminist, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I can only imagine. I think that it's a joke, personally. I think it's a joke. I don't think that anybody could actually be serious with this. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. We're going to get the board back, and we are going to go over all of my talking points. Right? All right. So here we go. First things first. When I first presented this to a man, right, he laughed, and the very first thing that he said to me was, is she rich, right? That's what he said. He started laughing, and he was like, ha, 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 is she rich? Because he's like, look, if she's wealthy, I'll go ahead and marry her. But he was joking, right? Second thing that he said is, what does she have to offer? That's what he asked. Secondly, what does she have to offer? When you come at it from this position, you put yourself in a position of weakness so that now he is wondering, well, if it's this hard for you to get married and you want to get married that bad and I'm the prize and you're presenting yourself up on the auction block for me, then what is it that you have to offer? She has stated that she has cooking, cleaning, she has her womb, she has obedience, she has submission, right? She has all of those things that she's offering up, right? And the third thing that he said to me was, what does feminism have to do? What does feminism have to do with whether or not she wants to get married? Because feminists get married every day. So basically what she's saying is, especially when she starts talking about the toxic feminine stuff, right? She's basically saying that she is going to put herself in a position where she is not advocating for the equal rights of women. I'll just put a that there. She's not advocating for the equal rights of women. So what type of man is she going to attract by letting it be known that she is definitely not advocating for equal rights of women, right? So then the fourth thing that he said to me was that the bar is low. You know, a man wants to feel like he's getting a prize as well. But when you set the bar so low that you don't even care what type of man you want, it lets him know that he is either going to be at the bottom of the bar, like what you're asking for is the bottom, the basic bottom. That's all you want is the bottom shelf, right? That's all look, the bar is so low that no man could feel special by being called into this. You don't have to be tall. You don't have to be handsome, tall, dark. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be poor. All you have to do is be what? Breathing. That's all you have to do is be breathing. Who are the people that are breathing, right? Listen, the bum down the street with ashy, chapped, dirty dick, he's breathing. So why would a man want to wife a woman who is willing to accept ashy, chapped, dirty dick? bum dick. If you're willing to open up your womb, your life, your home, your partnership with bum dick, why would a quality man want to be in the same running? This is what I'm saying. You cannot lower yourself for men. You have to raise up the bar and let men reach up to it. Kind of like, listen, you ever noticed in the Olympics where they have that thing where they're running and they have the pole and they got to push it down into the ground and turn their bodies all the way around in slide? That was very dramatic. But as high up as that bar is, right? They found a way to get a pogo stick or whatever that thing is called and run, push that into the ground and jump 40 feet into the air and slide their back over, make sure their back or feet or nothing touch and go over it because they want to rise to the challenge. But when you set the bar low for ashy, chapped, dirty bum dick, why would any man who values himself want to be with a woman who doesn't even value herself, right? So then that opens up the question of number 5. Now they want to know what's wrong with her. What's happening with her that she's so low that she's offering up her life and womb to dirty bum dick, right? That she's opening up her life and womb to ashy, chapped. I'm not going to keep saying it because you get the picture. You get the picture, right? So now they want to know what's wrong with her. My question was, how are you going about enacting feminism? That was my question. Were you an angry feminist, burning your bra, twirling it in the air, and you weren't really advocating for human rights for women, but you were out there trying to make men pay and suffer, that you wanted to hurt them, and you were out there, because she already said she was bitter. So it is already in her nature to be angry, to be bitter, to be jealous, to be all of those things. So how did feminism show up in her life? Was she being an advocate for the voice of the voiceless, or was she letting her voice ring out with nonsensical stuff? That's my question, right? Question number 7 is, was she chasing good men away with this effery, with the low standards in her life, with the bitterness, with the angriness, with all of this effery that was going on and seems to still be going on in her life? Was she chasing eligible candidates away from even wanting to be with a human being like her? What was she, right? So, number 8 is bum dick. You can write that on your list. Bum dick, right? Listen. What's going on in your life that ashy, chapped? I can't say it again. All right. Number 9. You're offering vagina. Listen, there are men out there who will marry you on the strength of just having vagina alone. But she's offering vagina, cooking, cleaning. She's offering her womb. She's offering what else? Her womb. She's offering her feminine energy. She's offering her companionship. She's offering all of those things, right? All without any qualifications at all. None whatsoever, right? The other question that he asked me was, this is the question he asked me. Why did homeless Joe, this is what he asked me. Why did homeless Joe kick her to the curb? He wanted to know what was wrong with this woman that even homeless Joe, even homeless Joe, I can't do this anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it. tried. I tried. I did my best. 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 We got the homeless Joe. I couldn't do anymore. I couldn't do anymore. All right. So those were the questions. Those were the questions that you needed to ask, right? Those were the questions. Number 11, my point, sexual marketplace, right? Just imagine the board is still out because I couldn't do it anymore. The sexual marketplace. So she has something that she's presenting to the sexual marketplace. And we know that in other countries, women do marry young, right? They marry young. So maybe in her sexual marketplace, maybe she is old, right? And the thing is that it's so weird because my African hair braider, when I used to get my hair braided in New York, because we have like a little African community in Harlem. She was pregnant way into her 40s, and it was it was nothing. I was like, you still having kids? And she was having children way into her 40s, and every time I went in there, she was eating her fufu, and she was pregnant again and again and again. Her husband couldn't stay off of her. He was always on top of her, but nonetheless. So I don't really know what the rush is for her. She said people are putting pressure on her. So if in your marketplace you don't have much value, maybe because, whatever the case may be, I can imagine that in her area, she may look like the other women in her area if she doesn't, because, she does have a rather large forehead, right? But that doesn't matter. But let's say in her, because, in the East, they have larger foreheads. We know that. We listen, I don't want to say nothing else about that, but we know, right? So let's say some people have expressed they don't like larger foreheads or whatnot. Change your sexual marketplace. Go and offer what it is that you're offering, because if I have a product, right, and I'm offering this product in one particular area and people are not interested in giving me for my product what I am offering, what do? If I know that I have a good product, right, I would take it to a different marketplace. Listen, when I sell my items, and you all who have ever bought from TKO Skin or who get the once annual vitamin E, which will be up for sale this Christmas. We missed March because of the pandemic and all of that, but we will be selling the vitamin E this Christmas. So yes, I know many of you are happy about that. You know that the products that I sell are not cheap. The products that I sell are specially curated. This is why I am selling vegan makeup. Highest quality. You see the way it looks on my face, and you know that I'm not wearing foundation. You know that. You know that I have on, because you all saw me put on my makeup this morning. I have on a little bit of concealer. So if you know that you have a good product, if you know that you have cultivated and curated a wonderful product that you are proud of, that's why I asked the question, how was the feminism showing up for you? Were you advocating in a way that you're proud? If you were, then stand true to who it is that you are. This is a self-love issue through and through. If you feel that your product is inferior, is it truly inferior? And inferior in which marketplaces? And then also, what can you do to improve the product? Do you work out more? Do you perhaps wear bangs? Because her skin is perfect. Look at her. Her skin is perfect. She doesn't look like she has on any makeup. She's rubbing under her eyes. So I wear concealer. My skin is great, but I still wear concealer because of the dark circles under my eyes. But look, her skin is perfection. She has a wonderful glow. She's youthful, right? But she doesn't see her own value and her own worth, and she's offering herself up to anybody who has a heartbeat. And there are women out there who are willing to capitalize, like that channel that we went to. And now I'm glad to know this channel so that the men who are unhappy on my channel who say that I hate men and all this other stuff, right? If you are unhappy on my channel, please, by all means, go to that other channel that is talking the talk that you like. But you know, the issue is that, listen, many of you heterosexual men, I know why you're here. Because you want to beat on the chest. You want to be, oh, I'm so angry. Oh, you angry. Oh, you hate us, right? But you don't go take your big gigantic balls and go smearing them over onto Stormfront's page or where the KKK goes or white supremacist men or all of that. No. You're here around me for a reason. And I have an idea why. Listen. You see me. I'm lovely. I am. You see me. I glow. I'm chocolatey caramel. I'm plump and feminine. I'm fun. Skin look good. Lips juicy. I'm intelligent. My voice. Oh, how my voice sounds like liquid sunshine. You hear my voice. You know what that voice do. You know how it is. You know them can't leave. Listen, I'm so beautiful. I cut my hair so you can see my face. Son, nothing holds it back. All this loveliness, forefront. Yes. So they're here because this is where they want to be. But they're not hearing what it is that they want to hear on this channel because they know that there is a change that they need to make inside to be able to be appealing to the types of women that they find appealing, right? So they sit and they complain because, and they beg. They beg for me to go on to Kitten Heel's panel. But you know, no say who me be. You know, no say who me be. Taste the rainbow. No. I value myself. I don't go into the realm with abusive men to try to complain about why they're trying to abuse. Listen. And I don't want anybody out there to get hurt. So I know how to navigate and keep myself safe, right? Look, you all have seen I've been all around the world, right? And I do the things that I need to do. And when it's time, like I like to backpack and all of that. But when it's time to dig down in my purse and fly first class or get the fuck up out of someplace, I do. You all have seen it. You all have seen it. People were like, oh, Tonya, how did you get robbed in the Dominican Republic and still flew out first class? Oh, you know how. International first class, baby. I showed you all when I was in the lounge at the airport with champagne and the breakfast the breakfast ditties and the what do you call those things? The Turkish delights. Yes, you saw it. Because at the end of the day, right, I know how it is that I deserve to be treated. And I make sure first and foremost that treatment starts here with me. Young lady, I'm talking to you, right? You have got to love yourself. You have got to cultivate yourself. Listen, I have invested a lot in becoming the woman that I choose to be. And I had tried to become the woman that I wanted to be. But it was life that took me into the canals that when I got over it, I'm talking about the displacement. I did everything that I needed to do. I ate all the organic foods and I worked out and I did all of this stuff. But I wanted to be an author. I wanted to create videos that were powerful. These were the things I wanted. I wanted to write a book. But it was the displacement and going down into the canals of that I came out the woman that I've always wanted to be. I am Tonya of the future, that the Tonya of the past from those old videos that you'll look at on YouTube wanted to be. I am living in my purpose. I am walking in my purpose. And the people that I attract to me align with that, or the friction starts early. How many of you are energy sensitive? When certain people come towards you and near you, you know something is wrong. You feel it and your vibration, your whole energy, everything. Done. You don't want them near you, right? The people that I attract into my life are people who are walking in their purpose too. When you don't know say who you be, when you don't know who you are, you attract any type of person towards you. This young lady here, right, is going to attract the type of man that she is contorting herself into being. I asked another man about this video and the contents thereof, the video that she did. And this man said to me, well, she'll find what it is that she says she's looking for because every pot has a lid. This is what he said to me, right? And I thought to myself, in real life application, many of us have an assortment of pots in our home, many Tupperware dishes too, right? But just because you put something on top of a thing doesn't mean it fits. And there are far too many of us women that don't really care whether or not a man really fits with what it is, with our life direction, our goals, and our values. We try to fit into what it is that he has in mind, but we don't try to find a union that is amicable and fulfilling for us both. They try to find somebody who will accept them, but have you accepted you? I'm going to tell you a little secret. When I was that Tonya of the past, I didn't fully accept me because I came out, oh my Lord, how long? Let's see. It looks like I have lost my camera. Let me see if I can get it back. Nope. Uh-oh. Oh, we have lost it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's see if we got it. Are we still on air? Let's see. I think we're still on air. Wonderful. I'm so happy that it did not end. I'm so happy. What was the last thing that you all heard me say? We had some issues. Look, when a lot of dust gets on the broadcast, we always have issues. But you know what? I want you all to remind me of what it is that I said. I'm going to look at the numbers and the broadcast to make sure that, okay, so you all see me. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick little Cash Apple break. And we're going to read some of the apples that have come in. That's what we're going to do. Thank you all so much for bearing with me. All right. All right. So TD, wow. She sends $50. Thank you so much. And she says, everything that comes from you must come from excess. All right. Thank you so much. I think she was responding to the video that we did earlier in the day because we were talking about your cup running over. So I appreciate that. Make sure you're on the text notification squad so that you can always know which are my most recent videos and the ones that I'm on live. Mrs. Ikechi sends $1 and says, very Kenya, and the men in Kenya are wreaking havoc. Listen, I can imagine. Because I remember I was listening to this broadcast once, and the broadcast said that to people who have the privilege, power, something along those lines, that equality to them feels like they're losing something, feels like a loss. Equality feels like a loss. When you have all of the power, if a person wants to become equal, if they want equality, it feels like a loss to you because you have it all. I mean, if you have 100% and there's a person who has 0 and they want 50%, that still takes away from 50% from you. So for many men, women standing up and finding their voices feels like a loss to them because they have lost control. They've lost the ability to have dominion over you. You're no longer a hole that they can just come in and jump in and out of and then run back off. It's like they need for you to be pliable to their beck and call. They don't want to have to learn your birthday and learn the anniversaries and get you flowers and take care of you. They don't want to do the internal work. We're going to talk about that in 1 second. I want you all to remind me of what was the last thing that you all heard me say. 297 likes and 1,000 watching. Go ahead and get those likes up while I'm reading this. Go ahead. Riquita sends $10 or Riquita sends $10. Thank you so much, my dear. And Lisa Donnelly, I want to give a special shout out to Lisa. I really appreciate the love and support that you show because you are very consistent with sponsoring the show with your Cash Apple. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So what was the last thing that we said before the camera went out? Because I felt like I was on a roll, right? But while I'm waiting for you all to tell me what that was, and if my admin can send me a message and let me know what was the last thing that I was saying, I would appreciate that, right? Let me refresh to make sure we got them all. Okay, we got them. All right. Oh, I said the old Tonya didn't accept herself. Yes. So you know what? I'm going to write down the thing that I'm about to say, and then I'm going to come back to that. All right. I just wrote that down, so I'm going to come back to it. All right. The old Tonya didn't accept herself. This is why I felt that I had to make myself more joyous and jubilant. And I felt that if I was going to give a message to the men, that I had to dress up and I had to make my voice softer and sweeter and I had to giggle a lot. And there are some people who do like that version of Tonya. There are some people, they see the old videos and they're like, oh, Tonya, you were so different, right? You may have liked that, but what was it like for me? Pretending to be happier than I was, pretending and doing all of these accommodations for other people's feelings. What was that like for me? That I had to kind of dumb myself down and giggle and all this other, go look at me, look at my old videos. I even call people, I was like, hello, my little lovebirds. And I did like saying that. I did. But now we're knockouts, and it's like, we grew up together. And after the displacement, let me tell you, I'm a different person after the displacement. After the displacement, and even more so after this pandemic, I don't have the patience for pretense. I don't. I tell the truth all the time. I give it straight. I'm not rude. Well, when I don't need to be. There are times that I choose to be rude. Yes. But when I don't need to be, I don't need to be rude. Right? But I do tell the truth. And the truth I say plainly and unequivocally. It's simple as that. I'm not like, oh, you're blah, blah, blah. No, I don't have to do all of that. I just speak the truth because the truth is the truth. It has no owner. I just speak it. Right? So it took me coming into my own, and I suggest for all of you out there that you figure out who it is that you are, what it is that you like, how it is that you like to live life, because we go from living how our parents wanted us to, cleaning how they wanted us to clean, cooking how they wanted us to cook, and dressing how they wanted us to dress. How is it that you are going to come into your own? What type of foods do you like eating? What type of clothes do you like wearing? You all know how I like to wear my hair. You all know encumbrances. See this beautiful face. Oh, yes. Anyway, the thing that I was going to say is about birthdays, holidays, anniversary. Listen, men are... Listen, this message is for the ladies. Men, if you feel offended by this, you can choose to or not. I'm just saying this to the women, right? Men are a bit barbaric in their natural state. Women civilize men. We do. Heterosexual men who don't have that inherent connection to the advanced feminine within them, we civilize them. They're wild without us. They're doing crazy things, risking their lives. They're out here using bicycles to go down steep mountains, and they out there hanging out way past time and gambling off their money and all type drinking and all types of stuff. Women civilize men, right? I'm not saying that you should be like any of the people that I just described, or be with them. Choose a person who's right for you, but he will become more refined being with you. The changes that he makes to be in union with you will help him live longer, help him be happier. Men live longer with women. Women live less with men, and far too many women are giving up all of themselves to be in these unions with men, and then their only escape from the dominion is to die. That you then, with holding in all of that, your throat is riddled with all types of thyroid cancers, your belly full with all types of tumors, you done got an aneurysm, your back is hurt, sciatica running up and down, you're living hard. You're living hard, nails busted up from the rocks. It's a lot, right? So nonetheless, men are so crude to begin with. They don't seem to have they're just not like us. They're not like us. And so if you want a man who is going to remember anniversaries and care about, your birthday and want to take you out and impress you still and show you off and all that types of stuff, you gotta get a man who really wants to be with you, because even with the best of women, you all will tire of one another. You'll become commonplace to each other, especially to men who have this internal driving for new pum pum, right? They'll have this internal driving to just want to be with something new. Nothing's wrong with what he has, but he'll want something new. But how is he going to show up in the relationship, and are you going to be happy with that? This woman here, the way that she is begging for just any man, she's not going to get the man who is really going to show up in the ways that she needs for him as a man to show up. So why put yourself out there like that? To get anybody who can come and just beat you up, punch you in your head and all of that? Don't you want a man who is going to care about your feelings and want to grow and work it out with you? Or do you want to always be holding on to some man's ankle as he's walking out the door? I mean, as gathering a harem of women or scattered across town that other women know your man intimately. I can't deal with all of that. There's some women who could deal with cheating. You better not. I cannot. Once your buddy, I can't do it. Some women out there can fix their stomach to tolerate it again. I can't. I'm disgusted by it. I'm a Leo too, so I got to have all of the praise and worship for me. That's what I need. I need that. I can't thrive in the relationship. I'll wilt like a violet in the cold. I'll just wilt. But nonetheless, right? Ladies, please have some standards. Cultivate yourself. Beware of these vloggers who are just putting out any type of content, hoping to be able for you to be desperate enough to come and give of your coins in exchange for fluff, right? Yes, I understand that many of us are looking for answers, but I'm going to tell you this. The answer is within. It's not without. It is within. I don't have the answers. Nobody else has the answers. You have the answer, and it starts with self-love. Loving yourself and creating your life what looks comfortable and feels nice for you, and joining 100% with another person. All right? We've bumped off of Facebook again. Facebook is having their issues, so I want to hear some of your comments, and then we're going to get out of here. How long have we been on? This is perfect. A nice short video. A nice short video, so that marriage is hard work. Don't get caught up in the hype. Exactly. Don't get caught up in the hype. Yes, Tonya. With her, some of these content creators can't lead me down the street. Although my grandmother was kind of smart, I still get money to this day. She died 16 years ago. Yes, okay. All right. Be your biggest fan? Absolutely. My mom never paid a single bill, even utilities. Many dad paid it all. Okay. Now this is church, Tonya. If a woman is going to allow a man to marry her or be with her, he should have good morals and a good heart, empathy. He should be educated and financially stable while constantly improving himself. Yes, since women outnumber men, what do the traditional women expect to do? Women outnumber men here. Black women outnumber men in the United States. Black women outnumber black men. But all across the world, the numbers pretty much go 50-50, men and women, except in China, except in Asia, China and India, where there's 17 million more men than there are women because of that one birth policy, and they were all having boys. Now there's a bunch of boys over there with no wives, right? That's one thing. In Nigeria, there are millions more men than there are women. Lots of Nigerian men don't want to hear this, but there are millions more men. Go look at the census and the world population. There are millions more. When I was there 2019, there were about 4 million more. No, there were about 8 million more in 2019. There's been some births since then, and it may have gotten a little more in the middle, but there's still more men in Nigeria than there are women, at least the last time I checked, which was months ago. So you can go ahead and check that, right? Is there somebody, we haven't had a block party in a while. Is there somebody who needs a block party? We don't call people names on my channel. So there's somebody who is, listen, who's claiming from afar that he knows about my pussy. Nigga, please. Prove it. Prove it. You don't see nobody out here and listen, prove it. Prove it. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead. He looking for attention. Hey, Billy, you've been blocked. Hey, Billy, you've been blocked. Hey, Billy, you've been blocked. Hey, 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 hey. Who's next for the block party? 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 No worry about my punani. My punani is mine. Hey, they want to try to shame women. Listen, hey, hey, hey. Listen, you can't share me. You can't share me. Listen, I want you all to tell me what were the self-love lessons. We got an apple that came in. We're going to dance for a little bit, and I want to see what your lessons are. What lessons did you learn? What lessons did you learn? All right, so listen, we're going to dance, and you're going to tell me your lessons, and we're going to go from there. We haven't heard our hey. Come on, get up, y'all. If you ain't up, go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself, and part of loving yourself is valuing yourself. That's number one. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, stand up. If you're not standing up, tell me what your self-love lessons are. Don't settle for a no-good man. Bitter men are just a heart attack away from waiting to happen. Okay. Don't accept second best. That's right. Be your own cheerleader. That's right. Tell me your self-love lessons. I love myself. I went on a break. Truly love and promote your own worth. That's right. Hey, 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 hey. Self-love lessons. Come on, avoid dry. What was that? It went too fast. God comes first, not men. Be happy with yourself. Somebody's late, you gotta join the text notification squad. Kevin, ain't you on the text notification squad? Hey. All right. All right. Men don't make you happy. I hear that. All right, one more again, and then we're gonna read the apples. Self-love lessons, come on. Give them to me. Come on. Come on. Hey, y'all know about that now. Hey, don't chase no men. Don't let desperation cause you to deny your divine feminine. That's right. Come on. My self-love lesson is kinda. All right, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. All right. What is this I hear? All right. Let's take a look at the apples that we have. Cookie sends $5 and says, audio never left. I want eye concealer for men too. Listen, eye concealer don't have no gender on it. And the packaging is gender neutral. So this is the concealer. And with your complexion, Cookie confident, this will be the perfect one for you. So don't worry. But you know what? The pack, all of the pieces are coming together. So unless you're going to get the pack for somebody else and just steal the concealer out before you give it to them. Because the pack is going to have all of the lip shades and everything that you need for the whole look. So, I don't think you've gone that far yet into your feminine. Christina sends 555 and says, so late, but the thumbnail was enough. And she's sneezing. I know that's right. And L, hey L, says, lesson, if you open your mouth for dust, it'll blow in. Whoo, child, if that ain't a word right there. If that ain't a word right there, thank you. Thank you. That's if you open up your other areas for dust, the dust will crawl in there too. Or blow in there, however you want to put it. All right, Uzziah sends $20 and says, love your show. Thank you so much, Uzi. We appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you. All right. So we are at the end of the show right now. So I appreciate all of you for coming out and participating in the show. Go ahead and say your goodbyes, and we will go from there. We will go from there. So thank you all so much for being a part of today's broadcast. All right. Thank you all so much. Appreciate all of that. So go ahead. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, thank you all so much for coming out. Go out there and love one another. Sonia says, what else is he concealed why you need to join the text notification squad so you can know who is who. You know? Bye, knockouts. I see you all in the next video. Hey, 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 ashes to ashes, dust to dust. That's right. Hey, listen, if you see somebody with a fake Tonya account, don't even mention them because I'm going to block them and the admins will block them. But this person is looking for attention because they got attention before, but they won't get any more. Hey, listen, throw up your boxing gloves. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, we got another apple in. Throw up your boxing gloves and your dancing ladies and let's get out of here. Hey. Oh my lordy. I'm trying to refresh to get this last apple. Ooh. I had fun with you all today. What movie was that where they were like? Alright, I'm gonna have to go to the Android because the Apple is not refreshing. So let me pull up the Android because the Android is trusty. Here we go. I think we're caught up then. All right. You think the shoulder is sexy? Hit the like button on your way out. Hey, let's see if I can do it with the rotate. I love you all so very much. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself are all the lessons that you all spoke of in this video. Have self-worth. Have self-value. Respect your space. And share it with the people who are on a similar page and frequency and vibration to you. And be comfortable with being with yourself and no one else. Be comfortable with that. Because listen, let me tell you, having just any person is not good enough. That was Dirty Dancing? Was it? I know I saw it from some movie way back in the days. All right, I'll see you all in the next video.